Okay, what is our second step now? And it's very simple. All you need to do for your second step is divide. Okay? Um, Now, sometimes it's a question of divide by what, but all you are going to need to do is divide in a two-step equation. So look, we subtracted 3 to both sides. We have 2x equals 8. Well, this means 2 times x. 2 times x. So now you're thinking, when you have it like this with multiplication, you're not thinking, how do I make it a 0? You're really thinking, how do I make it a 1? Okay, so the question is, how do I make what is being multiplied a 1? And that might seem confusing, but let's see how this applies to some of these. So let's make that a little smaller. Let's make it orange. Okay, so how do I make what's being multiplied a 1? Well, what's being multiplied here is 2. It's 2 times x. Well, 2 divided by what is going to give me 2? Well, it's 2 divided by 2, right? 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, well, just the same exact thing. If I do that to one side, I need to do it to both. Okay, so 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we're left with x equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we have x equals 4. Done. Okay, what about this one? Oh, wow. There's nothing here. Done. Okay, so you don't always need to divide. Lastly, this is the one that's a little tricky, and I just want to talk about this thing right here, this negative r. Well, really, that's the same thing as saying negative 1r, right? Because 1 times r is just r. 1 times anything is just itself. Well, negative 1 times r is just negative r. So really what we're thinking here is there's really like a negative 1 right there. Well, how do you make a negative 1 into 1? Well, you divide it by itself. Negative 1 divided by negative 1. So when you see a negative in front of the r, you just need to divide by negative 1. Okay, and so that now the negatives cancel out, and we're left with r equals 1 divided by negative 1 is just negative 1. Okay, so there is your two-step equation. Let's see if we can apply this thing all the way out in our next video.